Lacey and I are here for 4 nights in Capitol Reef National Park. We are first headed to Big Spring Canyon, I think it's called. That's where we'll spend night number 1. So we've hit the junction. The Big Spring Canyon route, I think it's called, continues this way, where the camera's now turning. For this first night, we're actually going the upper way, which will be this way. We'll camp there, and then tomorrow we'll come back to this point here and continue down the canyon. Getting pretty close to camp, and good news is we're gonna have plenty of water tonight. It's pretty good looking water too, so hopefully it doesn't clog the filter too much. Well, we came up from the canyon up onto this ledge, and this little spot here is where we're gonna set up camp. Some pretty sweet views. Oh, camp's all snuck, tucked and hidden away. At the base of this pretty sizable rock scree field. I don't know what they call it in here in the desert. And we're pretty far above. Probably almost 100 feet above the main canyon. Here's that crust stuff they tell you not to step on. Treat it just like an alpine flower. This is the route Lacey and I took up. Going exploring now. So our camp is up on this ledge. We dropped back down and went off into the side canyon. Don't know if we can, but we're gonna see if we could get to this guy, see what it looks like. I turned us around about a quarter of the way there. I'm getting really thirsty, I don't bring any water, and my red poofy jacket I brought is making me sweat like crazy. And we're running out of sunlight. So, dinner time is almost here. Back down this canyon we go. Found some garbage. Well, I just climbed up this section. Our tent's right here. Definitely wasn't worth doing that. So I turned Lacey around. She's going the smart way back to camp. So not a very big day. We woke up from Canyonlands in our BLM campground that we hiked into. Drove the 3 hours to Capitol Reef to try our luck here with the permits, and we struck gold. But they said basically no one backpacks here, so the permits are always open, so that's cool. Not a big deal. We started like 3 o'clock. We started the Chimney Rock trailhead. We walked along this way through the Chimney Rock Canyon, it seems like it's called. And then we got to this little confluence here. We cut up this way, and this little ramp right here, right when the canyon splits, right up here is where we're camping. And we just tried to explore up this way. We got to about like right here before I started getting all sweaty and wanted to turn around to get some water. And gotta get some dinner going too. I think it's supposed to be sunset right now, but we got a snowstorm coming in, and there's no sunlight. And tomorrow we'll see what the snow is, but we're gonna head back to the confluence, start working our way this way, and see how we feel. What canyons we want to branch off in. Well, that is day one for Capitol Reef. Absolutely stunning. The canyons here fit my self-diagnosed ADHD very well because they're so tight and they turn so many times. You come to a new scene at each corner and it's perfect. Time to eat and time to go to bed. That's day 2. We're packed up. We're gonna go back to that confluence and head further down the canyon. We made it out of the canyon. We're now heading through the other one. Our packs. Now we're gonna walk in and explore that slot canyon we just walked above. Here's the canyon we're gonna go up tomorrow. We're gonna keep heading down this canyon that we're on right now, though, the big box spring canyon. I keep forgetting what the name is. The spring is flowing. We're gonna follow it, start looking for a side canyon to camp in. That way we have close access to some water. This place is incredible. I think this is the end of the spring. It's slowly working its way to the river. So the main canyon goes this way. I think the ranger said you're not allowed to camp in the main canyon. However, now found this little side canyon we're gonna shoot off in. Try and find some good camp spots. Hopefully there's some there. So this canyon's a no-go. Dead ends right here and a steep drop. Same with the little slot over there. And I'm not too comfortable camping in this. I don't know much about desert backpacking, but this seems like flash flood, wash bed, or whatever it's called. I'd like to get up high if I can. It's starting to flurry on us. As was forecasted. Found a camp spot. Working our way up onto this ramp. There's this big flat area up here with an amphitheater of these rocks around it. It's gonna be another great camp spot. I had to be extra careful coming up this. There's an insane amount of that crust stuff around here. It's very slow going because don't bust the crust. Up here's camp. Pretty much the only flat spot that didn't have that crust stuff on it. Well, there's one other flat spot, but there's like a bunch of, I think, sheep shit and rodent crap everywhere, and I feel like kicking that all out of the way. Not a bad view. Here's that other flat spot I was talking about. There's all this like dung, little turds everywhere. You have to kick out of the way. Be a pretty cool spot. It's got like a half roof and a pretty sweet view. So we got more snow clouds coming in. Hasn't full-blown snowed yet. Just flurries on and off. Really good crust over here. Like really bubbly and tall. If it's flurrying again. At least for certain, we weren't the first ones up in this basin. There seemed to be a decent amount of foot travel for this park anyway, up into here. And I don't know how critical it is. I've been treating it pretty critically, but there's been a lot of crust busting action from the previous people coming up. Or the years of people coming up, it seems like. I don't know how critical it is. The ranger told me not to step on the stuff, so I'm treating it like don't prance through a field of flowers. Actually, the clouds overtaking that. We might have some good snow coming in, actually. So we just dropped back down into the wash. We're gonna explore a bit. Walk the remainder of this guy. We're not too far from the end, from the ford. Pretty close to the river ford. We're going to turn around now, start making our way back, pick up some water, and get ready for sunset. Capitol Reef is incredible. Well, there must be a lot of clouds on the horizon because it is sunset and we're not getting a whole lot of colors. So the sun probably went behind a bunch of clouds. It's probably snowing up in the mountains. We got a little bit of that today. So I'll show you on the map what we did today, and that'll be it for day number 2. So we started here earlier today. We went back to the conjoining canyons, then walked Lower Spring Canyon all the way down into this area here, where we went up onto a shelf to camp, and then we just day hiked the rest of this till this turn right here. Tomorrow we're gonna drop back down, start heading back up this way, and this canyon here cut up this shelf and into this basin right here. And it's day number 3. We're coming down from the cliffs. Start working our way back towards the direction of the vehicle. And there's this canyon turn off we're gonna take and head up to higher ground for night number 3. Made it to our side canyon. I don't see any footsteps going up it from this way anyway. So I think we're gonna be pretty lonely once we head this way. Tons of good stuff to grab here too. Good job. Now we're heading for this notch here. We're gonna go to about here, drop down, there's like the sandbar. Then either old climbers or goat trail, or bighorn sheep trail, sorry. Up over here, and it's flat over here on the other side of that big boulder. Almost to the boulder. The views just keep getting better and better. Lacey's on the last leg of our cross-country section. Well, of the hard part anyway. And salvation is 20 feet away. We found a spot to camp. It's got an amazing view. Reminds me a lot of the Sierra up here. Lacey and I just climbed the high point near camp. Just look at this. It's like we're in the Sierra. That's basically it for day number 3. No amazing sunset or anything. Too many clouds off in the distance, but that's okay. This is really pretty in here. It really does feel like I'm in the high Sierra right now. If you guys are wondering why there isn't many night sky time lapses on this video, it's because of this dude right here. This dude absolutely kills the night sky. There's no way of seeing the Milky Way with how bright he is. Makes everything look really cool and blue outside though. Alright, Lacey, we've been in this park for 3 days now. What are your first impressions?
It's super pretty, and it's a really unique place.
What did you least enjoy so far?
It's probably how cold it can get here.
And what have you enjoyed the most?
Definitely the scenery, especially like this time of night.
What's been your favorite day so far?
Probably today, just because this is probably the best camping spot we've had yet here.
Yep, you heard it from Lacey. We just made it out of that whole canyon system, that high Sierra looking area. We're now back in the main canyon. Our overcast and cloudy day came a day late. Back at the Narrows. There's the Cairn signaling the bypass. Come to the conjoining canyons, we gotta go left, but for right now we're gonna go right because we know there's water down that way. Refill all of our water bottles and then come back here and then head down that canyon to the left. Got our water back at the junction, now heading down Chimney Rock Canyon. It just got super cold. Some very strong gusts down these canyons. Here's the side canyon we're gonna go down. Hopefully we get on top of Meeks Mesa this way. Let's find out. It's official. I've broken another tripod. So it's strapped to my back the remainder of this trip. The rest of the video will be handheld shot. Unfortunately, this dead ends. The topo made it look like there is a gradual slope up to this point to where you can boulder hop all the way up onto the mesa. But it seems like there's a portion of this canyon that just dead ends. Like, there's no climbing that without rope assistance, and we don't have ropes. And we got heavy packs. So probably gonna have lunch and then turn around. We're pretty much at the end of the thing, so we may end up hiking out. We'll see. I forgot to mention, this whole way in on this canyon there is no flat spots. It just looks like this the whole way. And since I'm paranoid, don't have much experience with desert camping, I'm not camping in the wash. I don't know if that's okay or not. It just seems like a good way to die or something. So we're here in the Rocky Mountain ecosystem. The weather is very unpredictable. Look at all that rock. So here's the canyon we're in right now, that dead ended. It seems like, see how steep these are? I think there was more openings with these drainages that we could potentially climb, because on day 3 we went up some drainages that were just as tightly packed topo-wise. It could have been just a bunch of stacked rocks. But we had to come down here to see if we were able to get on this mesa or not. And the Park Service gave us a paper, more detailed topo map of this area, and I'm going to show you the funny thing with that. Here's the canyon we're in on the Park Service map, right here. And here's the most critical part of when we need the topography thing, and they put a big Chimney Rock Canyon Route label on it. Oh well. So Lacey and I are gonna have lunch, and our vehicle's literally parked right here, so it's about a little under 2 miles away. So we're probably gonna end up just hiking on instead of backtracking, since we did all this already, and get a head start on our visit to Bryce Canyon and Zion again. Well, even down this canyon, if we couldn't complete our route, we could at least feel good about picking up some trash. Ew, mango. Just done one last look before we start hiking out. One last look of Chimney Rock Canyon. Almost back to the vehicle.